Hi guys, it's Gaff here out on the hill, and today I've got an amazing installment of the Advent process. So we're going to look at this transformation quality of the animal, or the astral realm. The astral realm, yeah, the animal. So I'll just show you where I am, what the conditions are like. You can see right the way over to Arthur Seat, right down there, just sticking out the mist at the other side of the firth. So the animal realm, this is an amazing realm because we go into this quality of the animal which is connected very much to this teenager quality. So it's very much related to what you like and what you don't like, antipathy and sympathy. And it's also related, if you look at the plants here, one thing they can't do so easily, apart from tumbleweeds and when they seed, is move physically. Animals have this quality of movement. The plants that it's interesting to have a look at, we're on the cusp of the two. We're actually on the Saturday of the plant realm today, so tomorrow we switch into this meditation of the animal. So it's this quality of also when you bring it back to yourself, which is what you really want to do. It's this quality of correcting yourself with your eye. So you've got these two sides. On the one side you've got this plant realm here with this kind of lack of movement. All the brambles that are moving with runners and also movement with the wind. And then that'll root off, and then it'll you could cut that and it would start growing by itself. But with animals it's a free movement. Most animals. Oh yeah, I was going to mention the cusp. So you've got these plants like mistletoe, very sacred plant, quite rare in Scotland. In fact, I only know one place where it's growing. If you know any others, let me know. It's normally cultivated here in Scotland to get it to grow. And it's this, yeah, it doesn't actually have its own roots. Slightly poisonous, but an amazing healing druidic plant used for healing cancer. An amazing plant, mistletoe. And if you look at it, it has this kind of little animal face. So that's the realm we're leaving, and we're going into this animal realm. You ask yourself, what is the animal within yourself? How do you connect with it? The animal has this soul quality, this feeling quality to it. which is like it does it kind of works through pain and pleasure, antipathy and sympathy, and then it designs itself. If you look at animals, they kind of design themselves for that job that they're doing, so they still contain that aspect, that living aspect of the plant, but they've got one more, and it's a very pure form, much purer than the human being, because it's a lot older. It doesn't have that I quality on Earth which we have, which is that ability to kind of decide through our thinking what we want and what we don't want, and then curb our inner animal. So today I was getting really into when I was working during my meditation process, I was thinking about this I've got this book called something like Serious Accountability. It's a similar sort of thing, but with yourself. So a lot of the times, particularly when you're more spiritual, or so you think, you tend to not bind yourself so much by your own accountability, which is good, but it's also not so good, because it means that you're avoiding consequences of things. And if you think about what is a consequence and ask yourself, do you avoid consequences in your life? The answer is probably yes, I would guess. And that's kind of very much connected to this animal aspect of yourself, which avoids the pain, or that triggering pain quality tends to walk on the path, as it were, rather than through the rough. Even animals do that when they create a path. So particularly to move quickly, they'll do that. I'm just going in here to look for a steak that I cut earlier. Uses a walking staff. You can see it over here. Here it is. Up in the tree, staying dry. Just take this with me. So, yeah, tools. That's another thing. Only some animals use tools, but they have been known to actually, apes and things can use them quite cleverly. So they do get into using tools. But the main meditation, you can get really carried away with this connected thinking, and it's good at the beginning to get into that, get into the inspiration of working with these animal forms. The other thing I like to do is get into the forms, like the owl for instance. What's all that about? Or the cow, or the eagle. So you look at get into the form of it, like they do in the zodiac signs. It's about this kind of inner radiant living quality of the that animal form on earth and what it tells you about yourself. Because all the animals came off us, so we could be what we could be as human beings. So you're getting into that quality of the secret of the animal. But basically, if you let's just stick to this accountability and consequence thing and put it into perspective, so we can really begin to work with what it means. Haha. Here's my daughter's coming down the hill. So yeah, I'm in the process of making a video about the secret of the animal. So what are your first thoughts, guys, when you think about the animal?
I don't know.
What are your thoughts, dudes, when you think about the animal? Which is your favourite animal?
It's snow leopard.
A snow leopard. What about you, dude? What's your favourite animal?
My favourite animal is the seal. No. No, what is it?
Quick.
Animal?
Yeah. Your favourite animal, what is it?
An animal. Any animal.
Yeah.
That's my favourite animal.
Any animal. So all animals. Right, so yeah, I just heard raven up there, up on the hill somewhere. In the ancient Celtic tradition, they had this thing where when animals appeared at a certain time, like when you're on a meditative walk, for instance, there's a meaning behind it. They also have that in Indian culture. So it's trying to tell you something about what's going on a soul level for you. Kind of dream quality. And I think it's still relevant if you open up to that. A lot of us don't open up to it, so we don't see it. Because it really does bring kind of empowering truths into your lives. Hi.
Hiya.
There's a dog passing, for instance. Mainly they're like with dogs and cats, that's their main, most people's meditations when you begin to think about it, is this our relationship to the wolf, and also how the wolf relates to Rome, because Romulus and Remulus were fed by the wolf. So basically all this Roman stuff that we have in our culture is very much connected to this archetype of the dog and the wolf. They're quite obedient when they're trained. So, and cats are the opposite, aren't they? When you try and herd them, very much connected to this heart force, cat-like quality of the heart. So let's think about this question of your relationship to consequence for today, and how you your relationship to self-discipline. What do you think the healthiest form of self-discipline is in your life? I'm going to leave that as an open question for you guys to post in the comments. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on that in relationship to this meditation of the animal. And it would also be good to hear what your power animal is, your favourite animal. And I'll leave it there just now, because I'm just about to go up the hill where it gets into the wind and you won't be able to hear a word I'm saying. So remember to like and share, and I'll just show you where I am at the moment. Right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye just now. Oh, I'm going to share a link at the bottom of this video, I nearly forgot. Amazing opportunity to be part of winter nature observation group, self-development is part of that process, so sign up with the link below if you're interested in joining that webinar. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.